Now, the moment that I get up, noise starts in front of my house. This is the government gang stalking pattern. The most sinister thing about government gang stalking is Havana syndrome tactics, and that's what they're using. In other words, I've been a gang stalking target since 2006, but it was only in March 2024 that these desperate gang stalkers started using Havana syndrome tactics to physically harm you. Now, I'm not going to go into exactly what they do, but I will say that I want you to remember the city manager of Stockton, California. Gang stalking police wanted to punish the city manager of Stockton, California because of the fact that he didn't go along with their contract negotiations. So what did they do? They bought the house next to the city manager of Stockton, California to make noise, because noise is one of the main things that the government gang stalkers use. Now, who are government gang stalkers? Police, firemen, EMS, ambulance drivers, both public and private, security guards, Citizen Corps, part of neighborhood watch groups. I call them the Reds because they use red cars, red trucks, carry red, in mobbing. So this is a program that has two components. It has mobbing, in other words, with the Reds in the community, with first responders in the community. Then in addition to that, there's unremitting harassment. One of the main things that they use is noise. I wake up, come into the dining room where my computer is, because I do my things, YouTube videos, watching those. And as soon as I get up, the noise starts in front of my house. Coincidence? Or is it related to the fact that I've been a gang stalking target since 2006? Now, what happened in 2006? In 2006, I got a new neighbor who moved in next to me, and right away there was problems with boundaries. He was throwing things on my property. Went over to talk to him, didn't say a word. But after that, I was being followed around when I took my handicapped brother for walks around my neighborhood. And then the gang stalking started shortly after that. So this is often first responders who use personal vendettas. They know they can get away with this. There's no oversight in this program. As another gang stalking target from North Carolina said, it takes only 2 people making a suspicious activity report to get you targeted. Go to my website, stopgangstalkingpolice2.com. I'd let you go to my first website, stopgangstalkingpolice.com, but that one is trashed. Can't use it anymore. So I started a second one, stopgangstalkingpolice2.com. What does President Trump do? What does Patel do? Nothing. As a matter of fact, Trump has told policemen, I've got your back. Patel has told policemen gang stalk, probably part of the Joint Terrorism Task Force, I've got your back. So in other words, they are telling the policemen, you don't have to worry about equal justice under the law, equal protection under the law. We will always come out in favor of the police. So do you think that they're going to come out and say that police gang stalk, firemen gang stalk? And I want to ask you a question. There was that terrible shooting in Idaho of firemen, and then all of a sudden it dropped off the map, and I never heard of anything. But they were saying, oh, this was, we can't figure out what the motivation is. Well, I looked on the internet, and I found that there was a homeless lady who owned a van, and the person who is accused, of course he's dead, of shooting the 2 firemen, was homeless for a while. He had a van, and online this homeless lady who had a van said that she was being gang stalked. This was in Idaho. Now, coincidence? I don't know, but I haven't heard any other information about the motive of that shooter. Just kind of dropped off the map. So gang stalking is a very serious problem. There's recently someone who came on YouTube, and she has 125 videos gang stalking videos. And also there was a professor who came on YouTube, and he says that this needs to be investigated. Go to my website, stopgangstalkingpolice2.com, and tell President Trump, tell Kash Patel, stop government gang stalking.